The world's best poet is Caldwell. You're experiencing the poetry of the poet, Caldwell. Today we're going to do 7 poems, 7 love poems from the archives of the poet Caldwell. Loves, Love at My Party, Poet Sonnet, Virginia is for Lovers, Oriental Stag joins Oreo Cookie, Lives and Loves, and Happy remembers the Lucky Kiss. We're going to do those 7 poems today. We're going to start with Loves. The world's best poet is Caldwell. Loves. Loves are lusts, dreams that come true. Love is everything you ever wanted to do. Love is so mellow, so pink and blue. Love is for the baby, the child in you. Love will be with you through all your joys, through your little schemes and thought-out ploys. Stops the sex's attraction once we outgrow our toys. Muscle tone for girls, femininity seeks the boys. Love is the home we work so hard to get. Love is the big screen TV set. Love is an anniversary you wouldn't forget. Love is the nest egg you wouldn't dare bet. Love travels with you no matter how far. Love smacks your hand in the cookie jar. Love would never let you drive drunk from a bar. Love's the affection for a little sports car. Loves come from the love of a warm, snuggly embrace, the caress to the side of a gentle face, the touch of a finger to a pair of soft lips, or the slow two-handed absorbing of a coffee sip. Love comes from the love of gentle care, from the tender, charming, and affectionately sincere. That was Loves. Next we're going to do Love at My Party. Love at My Party. They lay on the bed, they lay on the floor, they lay on the sofa chair. They say, oh my God, they say, dear me, they groan and they say, oh dear. The beer is so warm, music is drab, the game on the TV a bore. I scratch my head, pace back and forth, and hope no one leaves out the door. Ha 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 ho, ha 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 he, ha 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 ha, what is this? Tickle my armpits, cover my eyes, shape my hand into a fist. The feeling so good, my pulse rate increased. Boy, I thought this is a gas. Rub my hair briskly, fall on my lap. It's love at my party at last. Oh, while I don't see it, I can't really see it. Now that my party is she. But there she stood laughing, all of her beauty, kissing and hitting on me. I want you, she said, and you too, as she flirted with all the gang. She jumped on the sofa, jumped on the chair, jumped on the table and sang. Ha 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 hoo, ha 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 he, ha 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 he, I'm in love. The guys shut all the doors, lay on the floor, and praise what's on the table above. She's pulled to come down, she takes off her shoe and starts to hit with her heel. Oh, this is fun. The guys take a beating. It's love at my party for real. She refuses their advances, pours beer on their heads, then give a quick look of desire. One friend is cool, another is anxious, but overall the guys are on fire. Ha 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 he, ha 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 he. All us men. One great chick, a girl of great fun. Love at my party won't end. They all ask her out. I go to her rescue to save my hot, sexy friend. She waves me off. Boy, I feel ill. She asks for a hand and then. My friends take her down. She slaps once or twice, then begins dancing again. She wiggles and woggles, shakes her hair wildly, then she turns the charm on. She dances and dances, shakes her whole body, and dances to the break of dawn. My best friend wants beer. I return to with the brew. She's with my best friend on the lawn. I tell them the beer's here. They get in his car. Now love at my party is gone. That was Love at My Party. Before that was Loves. And now we're going to do the Poet Sonnet. Poet Sonnet. What passion you find in it, all the love you place on it, produces blossoms to fit a flowery poet's sonnet. Bending a little bit as the wind blows upon it, a little child's face becomes lit as he plucks it for his bonnet. Four entities amassed to form a love so true. A flower he has is now a flower shared by two. Not to be outclassed like any girl would do. To the flower her love is past, climaxing loving true blue. Engage the stanza for thee as each quatrain becomes complete. A flower joins thee, thee only has to meet. Children so free love the accomplished feat, like the motion of poetry culminating the heart's rhythmic beat. The children, a couple of flowers, now married, bride and groom. The couplet ornately showers the poet's sonnet to full bloom. That was the poet's sonnet. So that's Love's Love at My Party, the poet's sonnet. And now we're going to do Virginia is for Lovers. Virginia is for lovers, with their breathtaking scenery to give, not only a place to visit, but where you might want to live. Virginia is like a kiss that will never end, shared with care and so sincere, and with your true best friend. So Virginia is for cuddling, hence her beaches and her cabins. Snuggle up with your friend, and fun is what you're having. Virginia is so cozy, you'll sleep without your covers. Close your eyes, sweet dreams to come. Virginia is for lovers. So we had Virginia is for lovers right there. Love's Love at My Party, poet sonnet. Virginia is for lovers. Now we're going to do Oriental Stag joins Oreo cookie. Oriental Stag joins Oreo cookie. He left home that morning with little care. Tall black gentleman with brown curly hair. He left a note for his future wife saying he'd come home late. If you get tired, go to bed, you need not wait. She'd come to the house. She was tired and beat. She decided to slump on the bed to get off her feet. The lady was tired. She had a long day. Threw on the covers. In bed she had said, stay. Extremely tired, she seemed to hear a knock. Tried to rest and threw a mental block. Tired and restless of weary eye, she looked out the window to see a tall black guy. She opened the door, his jaw dropped. The lady was incredible and she liked hip-hop. She had long red hair and slender long thighs, a tiny little waist and bright blue eyes. The lady was voluptuous, just straight up teasing, lovely, caring, and down to earth pleasing. She smiled when she talked and she winked with a grin. She smelled like a rose and had luscious white skin. After a few drinks, she asked if he'd share another. He said he couldn't, only stopped in to see brother. She mentioned to him that she had a long brick rambler, a cornfield out back, and she was kind of a gambler. Falling to the sofa, he went into a drool, looked into her eyes, and said, "You make the rules." As she approached him, a knock came at the door. An Oriental young lady from Singapore. An Oriental cutie, and plus she was alone. Only asked to come in to use the telephone. She was sensational, dark hair and dark eyes. An Oriental stag with sensual ties. "Would you like something to eat?" they asked in tandem. She looked at them smiling, showing her great bosom. They brought out a keg of beer and ears of corn, said there's plenty to eat and some video porn. The guy said, "Happily, ladies, you take the cake." They pulled out baked chicken and country fried steak. They sat at the table to begin dinner, drank to each individual fortune as being a true winner. After dinner, games included truth or dare, a little strip poker, leaving little to wear. The door opened quickly, they were all half nude. The guy ran to his brother and said, "Out of her, dude." They wrestled to the floor, he pounded the guy's head, looked at his fiancée and said, "I wish you were dead." Looked into the eyes of the Oriental girl, jumped off his brother and said, "What in the world?" He paced in anger, and the three of them laughed. His fiancée said, "Here, you do the math. What we have here is a thing of beauty. an Oreo cookie, and an Oriental cutie. Let's split the four of us and do a double date. Want to take advantage of our inadvertent lucky fate. In agreement, he says, take these odds to the bookie. Oriental Stag joins Oreo cookie. That was Oriental Stag joins Oreo cookie. Before that, we did Virginia is for Lovers. Next one we're going to do is Lives and Loves. And Lives and Loves is right here. Okay. I live in love for the cessation of friends and fun. For she is amongst them, my voluptuous one. I know her once. She wishes to be desired. I know she would love to be pampered and admired. I live in love, for she is with us, I know, so covetable and wonderful, so sexy and on the go. I live in love, for I'm eager to engage in a love worth keeping, full of aggression and rage. I need her to look for, I need her to find, I need her to run to me as if she were mine. I live in love to never let her go. Once I find her, I'll keep her to flaunt and show. I live in love to be what she'll seek, to mellow when she's down and wild when at a peak. I long for her urges, her sensations and drives, to embrace eye to eye through both of our lives. I live in love so as not to be stoic, be there as she needs me and not call it heroic. I live in love for the mere weakness of her. I see a kitty in my arms, echoing a sensual purr. I welcome her tenderness, her before and afterthought, her affection's frailty and ticklish being caught. I live in love as she may perhaps become mine, lives and loves to be her man over time. Those Lives and Loves. We did Loves, Love at My Party, Poet Sonnet, Virginia is for Lovers, Oriental Stag joins Oreo Cookie, Lives and Loves, and now we're going to do the last one. It says Happy remembers the lucky kiss. Happy remembers the lucky kiss. Okay, happy. Okay. Lucky was a guy, player without a team. Happy was a girl who'd seen the guy of her dreams. Summer had ended and she hadn't got it done to at least talk to her man. Fantasy number one. Time passed on, Christmas, then New Year's. Happy, almost sad, almost in tears. But a day would come when her fate would change, for Lucky heard tell of this and a date he'd arrange. But Lucky was a player and his love not so true. Girls will be often left heartbroken and blue. Happy, however, was full of hope and strong. Even this small chance she couldn't let go wrong. Valentine's Day passed and Easter too. Happy's strength was all but through. Summer was upon her and she lay on the beach, topless face down in the sand and completely out of reach. She'd see couples having fun in and out of spas. She'd listen to their enjoyment, the oozes and the ahs. Before she gave up, she went online. Pick your head up, girl. I know Happy is not crying. She wiped her eyes, and before she signed off, she blew her nose and let out a cough. She grew very tired, and she felt really sick. Suddenly, in the chat room, feel lucky. Double click. Happy wasted no time. Double click she. Lucky, oh lucky. Happy it is me. Lucky replied, I've been waiting to meet you. And met they did. Suddenly their love, true blue. Christmas was the day they got together, you know. And Lucky kissed Happy under the mistletoe. 9 months later, their love had been swift. Happy and Lucky got their little gift. But Lucky's passion was still Happy's pet peeve. Often Lucky would answer a phone call and then suddenly leave. Christmas was coming again and Lucky was always out. Happy asked for understanding without having to shout. Lucky promised Happy that Christmas would be swell, but on Christmas Eve, Happy found she had to yell. Lucky ran out the door and didn't return for hours. Happy sent text messages. Bring me holiday flowers. Unwrapping your gift. I'm sorry for what I said. Me and my baby will be here quietly on the bed. Christmas Day came. Through the door did Lucky stare. Happy half asleep. Is that you, Lucky dear? Lucky came running and he dove for the bed. About 30 seconds later, Lucky was suddenly dead. See, Happy left on the bed, gift wrapped in a knife, and Lucky, landing on the blade, suddenly lost his life. So you can get sad, get depressed, or even cry. You can be like Happy and ask a million times why. Her head goes berserk, her thinking goes erratic. She's always sobbing, more than often sick. She tried so hard, unlucky was her score. But now that Lucky is gone, she's happy no more. This was her fantasy, her dream come true. She even has a child to tell this to. And when the child asks Mommy, is Daddy on your mind? She'll cover her mouth and suddenly she'll start crying. And when the question comes, why do you act like this? She'll simply say, Happy remembers the lucky kiss. That was Happy remembers the lucky kiss. Before that, we had Lives and Loves. And overall, we had Loves, Love at My Party, Poet Sonnet, Virginia's for Lovers, Oriental Stag joins Oreo Cookie, Lives and Loves, and Happy remembers the lucky kiss. And you're experiencing the poetry of the poet Caldwell. The world's best poet is Caldwell.